Hi YouTube, thanks for coming to visit me on my channel. My name is Brianna and this channel is called Makeup by Brianna Marie. So I'm so excited. This is my very first video. I'm going crazy. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like but for my very first video, I wanted to talk about how to get a job at Sephora. And this was just a little bit of a challenge for me because I'm not um, from the retail world. I have a lot of experience in the medical field, and I've been in the medical field since I was 16. So, trying to get into the retail world with not a ton of experience, um, I thought was going to be difficult to do. So what I did was I applied for every Sephora possible around the Houston area. That's where I'm from. So I applied everywhere and I applied for everything. At first I was a little picky, and then I said, you know what, girl, you need a job at Sephora. So apply for everything. Yeah, do that. So that's what I did, and I am definitely a go-getter. So I also went into different Sephoras with my face completely on beat. I was not playing. Um, I had my hair on point. I had black on from head to toe, heels on. I was dressed to impress. I looked great. Is that cocky? Okay, whatever. I looked great. So, and you want to look professional. I went in with my resume. I asked for the manager, and I shook the manager's hand, just said hi, introduced myself, and said that I applied for Sephora online. I just wanted to bring in my resume as well, so they'd be able to put a face with the application and the resume. And that really worked for me. That helped me get two of the interviews that I got with Sephora. Altogether, I got that 3 interviews. I got called for 3 interviews, and this was all within like a 2 week time frame. So, the very first interview I went on was such an eye opener for me. I did YouTube different interview processes that people went on through YouTube. I watched it, and the very last person that I watched, she said that she did this. Like somewhat like a puzzle with some wooden pieces, and she was trying to explain it, and I really didn't understand what she was saying. I was trying to imagine, but it was I wasn't really sure. So when I went into the interview, though, everything she said finally just made sense. I got what she was saying. Basically, the very first interview is a group interview. And every interview that I went on was a Sephora that was inside of a J.C. Penney's. Two of them were freestanding J.C. Penney's, and in one of them, my very last interview was inside of a J.C. Penney's, but inside of the mall. And all three of them had group interviews. The very first one that I went to um, was eye opener. Like I said, they didn't do the who, what, where, when, how, why, blah 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 blah. It was totally different. They didn't ask you any of those questions. The only thing they really asked you was what's your availability. Period. End of story. And so that's what we told them. And then after that, we began with the puzzle. So they put these wooden pieces in the middle of this table. There's different colored wooden pieces. They have a tablet. The tablet says or shows the image, which we have to use the wooden pieces to try and replicate. And we have 10 to 15 seconds. It depended on which interview I was in, depending on how long they gave us to be able to look at the image. But altogether, every time we only personally had 60 seconds to be able to explain how to put this image together, which we had to explain to the group, and we could not touch the image while we explained. We could only explain. They really wouldn't let us point or that one right there, or anything like that. We had to use our words and explain exactly how to try to put this image together, like how it looked on the tablet. The trick was they only gave us like 10 or 15 seconds to look at the image, and they take the image away from us. We only had 60 seconds altogether to be able to explain it. So you have to explain it well and hope that the people that you're explaining it to are comprehending what you're saying, or you need to change how you are speaking in order to get them to comprehend what you're saying. So it definitely shows um, how great teamwork you have, how well you speak to people, if you get frustrated underneath any kind of overwhelming circumstances, if you get frustrated because you only have a certain amount of time to be able to do something, do you have great time management qualities? Can you remember things well? It just shows all of your qualities, or what you may lack. So it's definitely time to step up and to just show how great you are. And also it shows, like, are you a leader or are you a follower? And even if you're a leader, are you still good at listening to others? So definitely just, try to work together as a team. And honestly, it wasn't even a lot of pressure. It was really fun, and um, it's just a totally different interview style than what most people are used to going on. So after you do the puzzle, believe me, it's gonna fall, fall, and fall. People are gonna knock it over. It's gonna be like, oh man, we were almost to the end, and then it fell over, and you gotta try to do it all over again. You have to finish it within 15 minutes. So after that, what you're gonna do is do or all of my interviews except for one of them. So two of my interviews had us act out um, a scenario. The very first place, the HR manager, she was so funny. I mean, she had like a scenario for each person, a different one. She'd be a crazy woman. She'd be a woman that came in and was talking to her husband on the phone, didn't want her husband to know that she was, shopping or whatever. And you really had to try to like sell her while trying to work around her situation. And you had to be like, do you want to apply for a JCPenney's card? Just to show like how much you do know. Don't worry if you don't know a lot about the JCPenney side or know anything about even the makeup or any products from Sephora. They're really understanding of the fact that you may not know a lot about Sephora or JCPenney's, and they just really want to see how great you are at working with different types of people. Um, for the other scenarios that I had for my other two interviews, they're both the same, and what they were was a mother coming in to shop for her 15 or 16-year-old daughter for her birthday, and we had to sell her three products and come up with those products in ourselves. And they gave us like 5 minutes to walk around the actual store and be able to sell her these products and show how great we are at that. So the first, the two of the interviews that I had, they did it all at once. There was only one interview where I did not do the second part till they called me back for my second interview. And I think that was just because the manager for Sephora was not at the very first group interview that I went to. So I think that's the reason why I didn't have to do the acting part of that for Sephora. Um, when I got back a second call from one of my interviews, it was not my first interview that I had, but it was my second interview that I had. I got a call back for. At that same time, I got a call for another interview, which is my third interview, and both those interviews, the second interview that I got a second call back for, and the third interview that I had, the last interview that I got called for, were both on last Wednesday. So I went to that very first interview that I had not been to before. That was inside of a mall, inside of JCPenney's. And again, very fun. There was a ton of girls. There was like probably 8, 9 girls at that group interview, and they were interviewing like over 30 girls for the positions. And there's only like maybe 3 or 4 positions that were open. So that was just a little intimidating to know that there's so many people. Also, with the very first interview that I went on, they had several people that they were interviewing as well. So, knowing that I didn't have a lot of experience, I wasn't quite sure if I was going to maybe get the job, but I know that I was really good at what I did when I performed in front of them. So, just put your best foot forward. Um, that Wednesday, when I went on my second interview for the second time around, I met the manager for Sephora, and we did the acting part where she took me inside of Sephora and I sold her 3 products. And then after that, she told me I did a really good job and that she would like to hire me. And so she gave me the offer, and I accepted, and I was like this. inside. Yeah, I did that. That was so. Anyways, I was cheesing. I was so happy, and she seemed really nice, real cool, real laid back. But just super excited about her job. She seemed to love makeup, and I just want to be around people that are really passionate about their job, and she seemed like she really was. This was a part-time position that I got, but it is not temporary. It is permanent. So I'm really happy about that too because again, around the holiday time they hire a lot of people and a lot of times they're just temporary and you have to really put your best foot forward in order to maybe stay on if they have positions open. So this is a permanent position. I was really happy about that. Um, uh, that Wednesday I got that job, but then on Monday I got a call back about the other interview that I had went to on Wednesday, and obviously I did not take that position because I couldn't. I had already accepted the job on Wednesday, but the job that I already accepted was much closer to my home. It's only 10 minutes away, and I'm very happy that I took the position there. It would have been great to work anywhere, but to be 10 minutes from my house, how could you say no to that? And then the other job that was inside the mall, inside of J.C. Penney's, was only temporary, and the one that I got was permanent. So it was like meant to be. So excited about this. Yes. So I start next week at Sephora. As I go on with working at Sephora, I'll check back in, show you all the things that I get, because I'm sure I'll spend all my money in Sephora. So I told my husband, like, don't get excited for extra money because I'm spending it all there. Sorry. So yeah, what to wear at Sephora, real quick, and how to look for your Sephora interview. Makeup on, please don't go to a Sephora interview or any interview that has to do with makeup and skincare and beauty and not put on your face. Put your face on, please. Put boom. Put your face on, okay? I had my face looking good. I had my face on, it looked good, and I wore black from head to toe. If I didn't and I threw in a little color, it was either white or red, and that's just because those are the other Sephora colors. But when I got hired on, they did tell me that until I got my outfit to wear all black. So you just want to play the part and wear all black. It looks very professional. It looks like you're a makeup artist. Actually, the one interview that I went to on Wednesday, I had an actual customer come up to me and ask me for my help because it looked like I worked at Sephora. So it was really good to know that from the outside looking in, someone actually thought that I was already working for Sephora because of my makeup, and that's what she said. She said, well, you look so professional, you look like you work here. And so just play the part. You know, you have to act like you already have the job. And so that's what I did. And now I got the job. I'm really excited. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll answer them for you. And stay tuned to look for some makeup videos from me as soon as I figure out how to do that. Because I was going to record this look and then the camera's crazy. I don't know. It doesn't like me. I did. I don't know. So, yeah, stay tuned and look out for me. Please subscribe, like, thumbs up. Have any questions, please ask me. I'm so excited. And please watch me grow on YouTube. Bye.